Vayikra 23:24 makes 3 points. The first, that Tishrei the first was to be a Shabbaton. A Shabbat, writes the Gutnik Chumash, a day of rest from Kaplan. Hertz, a solemn rest. And Hirsch renders Shabbaton as a cessation from work. Point 2, that this day shall be a Zichron Truah, a remembrance and a sounding is offered by the Kaplan, a memorial proclamation with a blast from horns, Hertz, a retrospection of Truah from Hirsch. And in point 3, this was to be a day of Mikra Kodesh. The word Zichron as a noun is linked to the Shoresh Zayin Chaf Reish. Zayin Chaf Reish has 2 translations. It normally translates as to remember, but there is also an additional translation, and that is to make mention of something. So that the act of remembering is not just in the mind, but also the physical act of verbalization. 3 examples. Zachor et Yom HaShabbat L'Kadsho, which is the basis for the obligation for the recitation of Kiddush. And in the same perek, following the Aseret HaDibrot, God commands the people to build a Mizbeach Adama, upon which various karbanot will be offered. And then God states, B'chol hamakom asher azzakir et shmi, any place which I shall permit my name to be mentioned, a reference to the Mikdash, Avo Elecha, I will come to you, Ubeirachticha, and bless you. And in Devarim 25, Zachor et asher asa lacha Amalek, this is a mitzvat aseh, to remember what Amalek did to you as a nation, and the mitzvat aseh translates into the requirement to read this segment of text. This reading has been designated to the week before Purim, Parshat Zachor. Rashi's commentary to the words Zichron Truah, drawn from Gemara Rosh Hashanah Daf Lamed Bet, is that there be a recitation of Psukei Zichronot or Psukei Shofrot, Pasukim that recall a particular event, and Pasukim that mention the blowing of the shofar. Rashi then goes on to write, Lizkor Lachem, to recall, to remember the Akedat Yitzchak, Lachem, on your behalf, Shekarav Tachtav Ayil, in which in his place, that is, instead of Yitzchak, a ram was offered as a sacrifice. Rashi, by reading into the words Zichron Truah, a reference to the recitation on Rosh Hashanah of Psukei Zichronot and Psukei Shofrot, reflects the nusach of Tfilot Rosh Hashanah, in which the authors of the Siddur included 3 sets of various pasukim drawn from the Tanakh, from the Chumash, from the Nevi'im, and from the Ketuvim. In the first cycle, we have pasukim in which the word Melech is prominent. Hence, this segment is identified as the Malchiyot. In the second segment, the word Zocher in various formats is prominent. Hence, this cycle is the Zichronot. The Zichronot is followed by the Shofrot, a series of Pasukim, in which the emphasis is upon the Shofar. It would appear that the Nusach of the Musaf, as we have it, predated Rashi by up to 1,000, if not more, years. And therefore, what is quite puzzling is why Rashi does not include Psuki Malchiyot in his commentary to Zichron Truah. I shall be digressing from the core text of the SICHAH to footnote 3. The issue of the non-inclusion of Psuki Malchiyot is addressed in that footnote.